Okie dokie. Welcome back to the Surfing Analysis podcast. I'm Liam.
I'm Dan.
Caught you out. We're brought to you by the Beach House Physio. Go see Bracken down on the Gold Coast for your surfing injury needs.
Just do it.
Yeah. Okie dokie. We're doing a quick look into the beginning of the Vans Hawaiian Pro. The first of the
Triple Crown.
It's
going to be pretty sick. There's some serious complications coming in, so we're about to talk about some of that.
Well, it's a 10,000 event, same as Sunset, which is the last QS event for the season.
Yep.
So all the guys trying to qualify to get onto the tour.
Yep.
It's pretty much coming down to these last two events.
Yeah, and those guys, because it is the Triple Crown that includes Pipeline.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys probably won't be included in Pipeline, so if they do two good events here, they might get the Triple Crown as well, which, is pretty good. Like, they sort of rate it, the second best sort of thing you can get.
Well, yeah, so you got three things. You got the QS, you got more. You got the QS, who's going to qualify, so these events are big. You got Triple Crown, who's going to win it, and then you got the CT guys at Pipe. Like, are they going to re-qualify? Who's going to make the cut?
Exactly. So it will come down to the next event, Sunset.
Yep.
But then
and then the Triple Crown will move on.
Also it will come down at Pipe for some CT guys as well.
Yeah.
But
good event. What do you think?
Yeah, it was awesome. There was some pretty good waves. It was not as clean as you'd like it, but there was some chunky waves there, and they had to perform, and there was some really good performances. Yeah,
like, not perfect conditions, but like you heard some of the local guys saying like this is pretty good. Like for Haleiwa, like this isn't you're not talking bad. Like bit of side wind and whatnot, but they still had like 8 foot.
Unbelievable
days, big right hand walls.
Yeah, they had good contestable conditions.
Yeah,
like where dudes could blow up and show. There was days where they had to show some power, and then the other days, they could sort of mix it up.
Yeah,
and the bigger moves obviously got the scores.
A lot of paddling too out there, eh?
Yeah, because they have to paddle into the spot because what it is like a rip bowl.
Yep,
and it's sort of like they call it a toilet bowl right in the middle, like right down at the end.
Yeah,
but yeah, it sort of like rips away from it and creates that right-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to drop this down because it's annoying me. See you later. Where's this? Okay.
What are you doing?
I was just dropping that thing down on the screen so I could see.
Sorry, guys. Bit of technical issues.
So the winner of the Hawaiian Pro, Parko.
Yeah,
you see that coming?
not really. Not until the later rounds, and then the waves were sort of like well, Parko's in this heat. This sort of matches
it suits
his surfing,
style.
and then he came out and did his surfing, and he was dropping 8s and stuff. Like they were giving him. Well, he gave him a 9.33.
Yeah. So
in the final.
They gave him a 9.33 in the final. Would you say that was a 9.33?
No, but you could definitely call it an 8.
Yeah, same. It was an 8. But...
Yeah, and so with his other wave, he definitely sort of, he won that heat.
Yeah, well...
Semi.
I'm not going to... No. Yeah, he easily could have won it. With scores, I thought the 9.33 was high. But, like, 3 of the guys in the heat could have won it.
Absolutely.
And, that he won it. Like, he put up as good a scores as anyone else in the heat as well.
Well, between him, Matthias Hurdy, and Ricardo Christie.
Matthias,
yeah.
Yeah. They all
could have
2
won.
great waves, ripping.
They all got 8s.
Yeah. I actually thought, like, if you just want to look at the general, like, who surfed the best in that heat, Matthias Hurdy, man.
Oh, he's up and coming.
He's really good, eh?
The whole way through the event, they were like going hot.
Very good.
Boom, boom. He was just nailing a couple of turns off, doing airs, mixing it up.
I was super impressed with him throughout. What about Joel? So at the
end.
Yeah, at the end when they did the awards ceremony.
Yeah, it got a
pretty
bit emotional.
Good. Yeah, he's getting emotional. And...
Yeah, well, he's leaving the tour this year, and he just sort of said to everyone, he loves surfing, and
it's been good to him.
Thanks to everyone for supporting him over the year. It was awesome. It was a good thing to do because he said that it might be the last time he's up on the podium. But winning that event, puts him number one on the Triple Crown.
Yeah, so
he
he's
could
looking
still
really
win a Triple
good.
Crown for his last season.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a higher possibility that if he gets a good event at Sunset and then Pipeline he does well.
Yep.
Definitely.
Also, on the podium, was it Matthias Hurdy? He got a little emotional too.
Yeah, because he was like, couldn't believe he was in that position.
In the final.
He's a junior, he's an up-and-coming
against
guy.
Parko.
He's against guys that he looks up to his whole life, and he's like, I'm going to cry, and then he started.
That was awesome. Good on him.
Pretty cool.
So the other two guys in the final were Ricardo Christie and David. It's spelled a bit different, but they're all saying David Silva.
Yeah. And they also mentioned that he qualified straight up.
Yeah, he's qualified in the QS.
Yeah, and Ricardo Christie's pretty much qualified as well. He needs some points. We'll talk about that later.
What did you think? What did you think he'd be surfing in the final?
Well, dude,
it was awesome.
It was ripping the whole event.
He was
winning every heat.
Yeah,
until the final.
He's good, and he's pretty much qualified. Well, he's borderline. Yeah, we'll talk about it. He's been on tour later.
Before. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, he's been on
surfing real good.
And when he got dropped off tour,
yeah,
he was probably the most unfortunate person that's ever dropped off tour because all these heats, surfing ridiculously. He would have beat nearly every other person in all the other heats. Yeah, but just in those ones,
in his particular heat,
his
scores not getting him the wins.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the semi-finals. So the guys who got knocked out in that round, Jesse Mendez.
He was surfing good.
He's surfing good.
He's low on the QS and low on CT, so he needs to have.
Yeah, that's quite an important win
really
for
important,
him.
So he got some points.
Yeah, got some good points. Well, I think he got somewhere about 5,100.
He's still down on the thing. He's still down like what? 15th or something, 13th.
Yeah, but he's within striking distance
he's
now.
Definitely next event. Good result. He's in.
The other guy is Seth Moniz.
He's in.
He's been around for a while. Yeah, he's surfing
he's been
good.
on the QS. Yeah, but he's in. It was like official.
Yeah.
Like after the event.
And he's surfing good. Leonardo. How do you say? Yeah.
Dude rips,
surfing
bro.
very good.
In that semi-final, how was that semi-final? Was it Fioravanti, Pat Gadauskas?
Yeah, Paddy G, and then...
Oh, sorry, it was a quarterfinal. Paddy G.
Igarashi and Toledo. I think that was the one.
Yes, it was a gnarly heat, and they were ripping.
And we were both going, oh, well, we're hoping that... Leonardo gets through, and we're hoping that Ricardo gets through, and that's what happened.
Yeah, it did.
They were surfing good, like
against CT guys,
against proper guys,
and they were surfing with, like it sort of was the heat that I've seen the most CT level surfing.
Yes,
in that heat.
Very high level.
Yeah,
surfing.
So that was sick.
Toledo was surfing good in that one too, but he didn't really get the biggest waves.
Yeah.
So that was the semi-finals. So the guys who made it the quarterfinals,
3,600.
Got knocked out. They got 3,600. So that was Toledo and Igarashi, and also Jack Robinson.
Yeah. So he's come up the ratings heaps, but he's still way down, like 46 or something.
Yeah.
If he wins Sunset, which is very possible.
Yeah.
He could freaking make it, but he's way down.
Well. Yeah, Jack Robinson in that event. You see him get that barrel. Yeah,
like he was the
only guy basically who got a barrel.
He got an 8.
The dude's like a magnet for getting barreled.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Well, if there was just all specialty events, he'd be one of near up there in the World Championship.
Big time.
You know,
he was getting some good scores, and then the other guy in the quarters was Solly Bailey.
He was ripping.
Yeah, he's still good.
Remember that score? It was round 4 actually.
Yeah.
We were watching and he needed that score right at the end. He ripped the shit out of it and he got it right at the end. He was hell angry.
He's doing that's right. Yeah, he was like walking up the beach.
Just going fucking.
And he was
that was the fucking score.
He looked like he was waiting for him to
not
jib him.
Yeah,
and he looked angry. He's like, I bloody got it. And when he finally got it,
he was like, and then
you could see him before they called it. He was so stressed.
Yeah, he was hard.
He was like almost pacing.
Wouldn't even talk to anyone. Then as soon as he found out, he sort of like turned over and Parko was there, and he sort of like, I think you're alright. And he's like, oh, good. And then as Parko was walking, he's like, oh, good surfing too, bro. And started to be nice.
He was just mad stressed. Yeah, he was worried. It was like the end of the heat, and he's like obviously got flashbacks.
He's got a chance to make it too. He's like 15th or something. He's there.
Well, and he's good. Solly Bailey, he's Hawaiian.
No, he's Australian.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. The
Continue
other ones, round 4. So you got some round 4 exits. These guys got 2,100 points. So just some of the names. Perez.
Doesn't really matter
Yeah.
too
much. Ho.
Mason Ho, like he would have came out the rankings.
He's
a lot.
surfing pretty good.
Yeah. Tweak Soul, he's got a good chance at Sunset too. So, he might. He doesn't. I don't think he could. There's a possibility if he wins, he's got a chance.
Yeah.
But apart from that, he does no chance.
No. Well, he's a specialty guy.
He's just a free surfer.
You know, we were talking about this earlier. Like you see those interviews, classic interviews of him. He's not made to be on the CT. He's too wild.
He's sick.
But he's found his thing. He's sponsored. Yeah. He gets to surf all the time. He's super talented surfer.
Absolutely.
And he's probably happier doing what he's doing anyway.
Yeah. But Waves of Consequence is the next one, Sunset. And
I'm sure he'll do well there.
Yeah, he might he might even go to the Pipe Invitational if they do, and
So there's a couple of guys. So in the 4th round, a couple of big names like O'Leary got knocked out.
Yeah,
Cardoso, Callahan was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Italo, Lau, M-Feb. Have you heard him saying this? M-Feb, Michael February.
Clipo Guerrero.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
M-Feb, stop saying this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And so then there was just heaps of other big names in round 3. Too.
Yeah, round 3. Jack Freestone. It's a shame he didn't get a high one.
Yeah, because he could have got a better result and then would have more
points. Yeah, so round 3 they only got 1,100. So Marias was in there. Colapinto, Govea, Cousineau was in there from
France or whatever.
Or Portugal. Abelli.
That was only one. That was Abelli's first event since he's been back from injury.
Yeah, or did he? What about? Was he in France?
No,
maybe not.
No.
Yeah, so Abelli. Yeah, he's been out on an injury all year. He's meant to be on the CT. Ace Buckham was in there as well. So
it doesn't matter. He's going to requalify.
No, but still. So overall, pretty good event. I was very happy with it.
It was great.
Yeah, really good.
But so now it's really what we look forward to next event, Sunset. And then once it sort of gets to finals day.
Yep.
It gets super serious. Like dudes will be swapping here and like
all over.
Every heat will be
So let's go over. So after that event, you've got the top 10 on the QS. So the top 10 spots will go through to the CT next year. But if you get guys double qualifying like Kanoa Igarashi, who seems to be doing it every
year. Single year,
yeah. And he even like Igarashi, he made a quarter final in this. Like he's probably surprised he didn't.
Dude, the guy's a machine.
Yeah.
QS machine. He's a CT machine. He's stepped up another level. He's pretty unstoppable.
He's very good at that QS
good.
level.
Yeah.
Okay, so the top 10. So Kanoa Igarashi, he's number 1. So he's going to qualify anyway. So he won't count. And then there's also Griffin Colapinto. He should qualify on the CT.
He's low on the CT.
He is low, but I'd say most likely he'll qualify.
He's sitting number 6. He's pretty
good.
Pretty happy, bro. Like the cutoff.
Yes.
The cutoff at the moment before the next event's like 14,000.
Yeah.
So he's up at 19,000 already. He gets a half decent result at Sunset. He's through.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I'll say most likely Kanoa Igarashi and Griffin Colapinto will qualify.
So
that'll mean
the top 12.
The top 12 guys.
So at the moment that cuts off with Matthias Hurdy. He
would scrape in at the
49 places up the rankings.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
That's a big jump.
That kid's got some talent.
And then he's number 12. Number 11 is Jordan Cousineau from France.
Yeah, he rips.
So he's in it at the moment. He will qualify.
These guys are scary. Like Ethan Ewing.
Ethan Ewing,
number 10, right? So he's the cutoff. The top 10 really.
Yes, but because of the double qualifying, he'll still be okay.
12. Yeah. But this is the scary. These are the scarier dudes. Pretty much from Leo or Ricardo.
Yeah.
They need some serious points.
Well, I'll go through them up the rankings. So number 9, Judson Andre. So he's looking good again.
He's back.
Number 8, Leonardo.
Yeah, he had a good event this time. he's got back up
Good.
there. So yeah.
Number 7's Ricardo Christie.
Yeah, it looks like he'll do it.
Yeah, he looks
solid. Like he'll surf good at Sunset.
Yeah,
and he'll get. But like you never know if you get knocked out.
And then Griffin's at number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Peterson Cristiano. We haven't spoken about him much this year.
Yeah, but see, look, he's won the 10,000. Where was it? Aracera or whatever it was.
What's that one?
Oh, Bolito.
Yeah,
so he won Bolito.
Yeah.
That's Jack Freestone got second. That's why he got 8,000 points.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, he's pretty much qualified.
He's pretty much qualified. And then number 4,
he's definitely
David
qualified.
Silva. He's definitely qualified. Callahan's at number 3.
Qualified. All these guys have definitely qualified.
Seth Moniz is number 2.
Yeah.
So we'll say pretty much, I would say even up to Ricardo should qualify.
Yeah.
But because Ricardo's on 17,700 points.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're looking at
we were
looking
at the past years. 18,000. I would say if you get to 18,000 this year, you're probably safe. But it could be as low as like 16,000.
Absolutely.
Just depends on the movement at Sunset.
I'm thinking that.
I'm thinking Ricardo Christie is probably going to be safe.
And because of how many different people have won it, because like you see it goes up from 7 to 6. There's a couple of thousand difference.
Yeah.
So it's these guys down here that like, even from 9th to 7th, there's a couple of thousand difference.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
So yeah, there's guys that can fit into pretty much what you're saying. Yeah, 7
Ricardo
above looks pretty solid.
So let's say 18,000 is the cutoff. We do expect it to be lower, but let's just say if you're on the QS and you want to qualify for the CT next year, your goal for coming into Sunset is to get to 18,000 points.
Yep.
So Ricardo's on 17,700. So for him to get to that 18,000 points, he would need to get to round 3 in Sunset.
To get 300 points.
Just to get 300 points.
Yeah, but he could be safe already.
Leonardo is the next guy. He's on 16,600. So if he got to round 4,
he's pretty safe.
I'd say he's pretty safe at Sunset.
Okay, let's go. Here's your breakdown, guys.
Who else do we have? Jadson Andre.
So he'll need...
pretty much a quarter-final, semi-final finish.
More like a semi-final.
To be absolutely certain.
Sure, yeah.
Then we got Ewing. He's in the same boat. A quarter-final, semi-final.
Same similar thing.
Then as we go down, Cousineau, a semi-final would be pretty
solid.
safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like these guys can still qualify depending on what happens, where they are sitting right now. But it's depending on what happens underneath them. There's lots of guys that could surf.
Could jump it.
They could jump it. So,
but if
these guys get these scores that we're talking, they're in.
They're in.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the rest of the guys, we're pretty much looking, if you wanted to qualify, you'd have to pretty much
make the final.
So you got Matthias, you've got Jesse Mendez.
Yeah, this is to be solidly in. Yeah,
Mendez is almost certainly not going to qualify through the CT, so he needs final.
Big result.
Paddy G.
Well, he doesn't necessarily need it because he's 13th.
Yes.
Just depending on how many people come back up.
Yeah. Paddy G, Soleil, and Elijah
Moniz.
Yeah, him as well.
Yeah, so pretty much, guys, it's going to be cutthroat, and we're going to see a whole lot of change on the next event at Sunset, which is hopefully going to be a good event.
Yeah.
With some solid waves, proper Sunset, and we'll see him perform in it. This is going to be the penultimate event, pretty much, of the QS. The guys are going to be crying, dudes are going to be cheering. It's going to be
stress. It's going to be
stressful.
We'll see a lot of the stuff we've been seeing on the boards. CT. Guys are going to be like a Solly Bailey.
Yeah, it's going to be
similar.
He was
stressed,
very
man.
Similar, very
so
similar.
We're going to get to see a lot of that at Sunset.
As the guy said, it's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more fireworks.
Big time.
Yeah.
With the Triple Crown, so obviously if you do well, it's Sunset. That's going to help to the Triple Crown. Just looking at the guys who did well at Haleiwa, man, Parko looks.
Well, say if Parko gets a really good result at Sunset, he wins Triple Crown. Doesn't matter what happens.
Because he's automatically in pipe.
He's already won an event.
Yes.
If he does good at Sunset already, he's won. If he does good at pipe, he's won.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what the deal is.
Yeah. The other guys are all those guys in the final. Matthias, Ricardo, David Silva, and then
the semi-final guys can do it as well.
Yeah, because there's a lot of CT guys,
especially like Jesse Mendes. If he did good at pipe,
he could win Triple Crown
or thing.
Yep.
Or Paddy G, he could be there.
And then the other guys too, like the other
Toledo in that quarterfinals.
Toledo, Igarashi, they're all looking good for Triple Crown.
It just all depends on how well they do at Sunset.
And
then they could be in contention at Pipeline, which they will be. There will be contenders at Pipeline still.
Yes.
Yep.
Any of those CT guys, because there was a fair few who did get up there. If they do well at Sunset, somebody from the CT is going to get this Triple Crown.
But Joel's got the upper hand here at the moment.
And
he's already got to win.
What's Joel's past history for
Triple Crown?
Yeah,
I think he's won it 3 times.
Yeah. So really,
he's good.
It would be a fairy tale finish if Joel
It's Joel Parko, man. He could
definitely do it. Yeah. It'd be awesome, eh?
He's a legend. He rips.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, he rips.
The other one we wanted to talk about
was the Big Wave.
Big Wave event. How good was it? Yeah,
Nazare. Hell, did everyone watch that shit? That was crazy.
I know, eh? How clean were the conditions?
Yeah, and there was some wild stuff happening, like some of the wipeouts.
Wipeouts big.
That we saw.
Maybe Jamie Mitchell or Kai Lenny.
When they got stuck. They got right inside on a fucking 100-footer. No, a 60-footer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was... Yeah, pretty good. Like, it's scary, eh?
Yeah.
I was, like, really terrified for a lot of it.
But it was kind of one of the most exciting events I've watched. Like, even though it took a while, like, the heats were 40 minutes.
Yeah.
When they caught one, you're like, holy fucking shit! Holy fucking shit!
I know.
And then, like, even as we get further along, we'll talk about that semi-final. Even
how good was it?
Peter Mel was just losing his shit.
Just loving it.
He fucking made it! He made it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah. And we'll talk about that.
Or that semi-final. So if you haven't seen it, go watch Heat 2.
Yeah,
in the semi-final.
Of Nazare, yeah.
And Naxto Gonzalez, he got a 10.
Yeah, he got the biggest barrel I've ever seen in my life.
And came out of a barrel that he really didn't have any... He shouldn't have come out of it.
No, well...
Like, how did it stay open?
It was super deep on a massive wave, and that would be probably the best... If it's not the best wave of his life, it'd have to be... One of the top 2.
You see, he comes out and he like just jumps on the sea. Oh, he got on the ski, and he was like so pumped on the ski, like just falls off and that.
And there's like a 30-footer coming at him.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then the other one before that,
there was another guy,
Alex Botello got a 9.33.
Yeah, sick barrel as well. It was like behind the curtain, like he backdoored
sort of a bit backdoored,
and he sort of soul arched. Like if you can see me here, he's like fucking ball.
Yeah,
and then back
that was so good.
But the thing with that guy was cool was that he could do turns as well.
He had a lot of control.
Also, like Kai Lenny.
Yes,
Kai Lenny did
a lot of control.
Did the best surfing on the waves.
Yes,
that I saw.
Yeah,
like maybe he wasn't got the biggest drops as the other guys and that barrels. And
obviously, it's a big wave tour, so it's all about the big wave. But
some of the
surfing was
maybe
very
he should get
good.
Scored a little bit higher with if he's doing big grab rail cutties on a fucking 30-foot wave like that
with like meter sort of lumps in it.
Yeah, with the
in the turn.
Yeah, with the 10-foot board. It's out of control.
There definitely seems to be like a bit of a divide. There's a lot of guys out there,
they do the drop and
who can do the drop and that. And then there's a few like the Kai Lennys, the Jamie Mitchells, Naxto. These guys have a lot of control.
Yeah.
They can do good turns. It's super impressive.
It's crazy.
And so the winner of that ended up being, I didn't even write that down.
No, it was Twiggy Baker.
Oh, it was Twiggy Baker.
Grant Twiggy Baker, 45 years old.
Yeah.
Fucking winning
legend.
Win big wave tour events.
Good on him.
He's a double world champion.
Yeah,
world tour
previously.
Who else were we going to talk about?
I did want to say, and Russell Björk, 21-year-old Aussie guy who he got big at Cape Fear.
The youngest competitor and first event on the big wave tour.
Yep.
Copped some hidings.
Yeah.
But he made the final.
Made the final.
Yeah.
The other guys obviously have a lot more experience, but he did good. 21, like
ripping.
It's crazy.
Yeah, ripping. If you're gonna watch something really exciting, guys, with surfing, like if you don't surf a lot, and you want to watch something that's cool, this is the sort of event for you. Like it's
so
death defying. There was times where we were like,
I just feel,
guys got saved, and we were like, fuck, he's gonna die.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I get like,
Yeah.
I feel like a bit queasy watching it. I'm like, I don't want to see it. Like,
That's right.
people get caught. But yeah, it was a really good event.
Yeah.
And yeah, on the Nazare, we've just checked on WSL
today. I don't know.
Sunday.
On the Sunday. We might not be able to post this in time.
Well,
before it's on.
We'll say on the Sunday
look
after the event.
Yeah.
I think it's about the 19th today. Yeah, it's not the 19th.
Well, they're doing
a
strike mission.
Strike mission at
live.
Yep, at Nazare. So all the guys are still there. The WSL camera group gears there, and some crazy XXL swell just happens to be coming in, so they're all staying.
They're talking like world record sort of style.
60, 80, maybe even more.
So if you haven't got onto that yet,
check that out.
Check that out.
5:30 Queensland time, that one. So that's going to be sick. Oh, the other thing, do you want to mention? Forgot to mention, the longboard.
Oh, my girlfriend, Kat Hughes.
Yep. Cat Dog. She's been on the podcast before. Yeah.
She's just headed off to Taiwan for the Longboard World Championships.
Yep.
That starts in a couple of days. So if you guys are into like the other sort of surfing, the longboards and especially with the girls, they're really nice to watch on the waves. They're sort of more like elegant and flowy. And if you like that sort of stuff, there's lots of arty-farty people around that like that. But,
look at you, you're not selling it too. It's really good. I love watching it.
It's legit because they show something else. What we're sort of showing is the guys they're really smacking it. They're using it. These guys are flowing and using some different parts of the wave, which is really cool, and it looks awesome.
Definitely. And if you do check it out, check out Kat Hughes because she can carve. That's a big difference. Like a lot of the girls are doing the 10s and the 5s. She can do. Her specialty is she can do big turns. It looks sick as.
She should shortboard more.
And do you want to explain how's the longboard? So this is the final event.
This is a event.
So how does it work?
It's just it sucks for them. It should be a tour like the other guys.
Tour,
because they have one event. So if you have a bad heat. You have a bad day that day, that one event rules your whole year. Like, you still do qualifying, like, in Australasia to get to that event.
Yeah.
So there's still a qualifying for it. So you sort of are surfing a lot of events to get to that World Championship. So it is like a World Championship, but it's only one event that they're, it's not like WSL has, everyone's on the QS and then they just have one event.
Yeah. So what they're doing, rather than like having 8 events and your points are spread across the 8 events, in the longboard WSL, you have events throughout the year where you get points, and if you get enough points, you qualify to get through to Taiwan, and then the winner of the Taiwan event will be the champion for that year. Yeah. So it's a bit. It should be.
It sucks.
It sucks a bit because if you do bad in that event, then.
And you know how I was saying, like, it's a different style and stuff. Some of these guys that are at the top tier of the longboarding, they're throwing these boards around. They're blowing up on these boards. Like, a lot of the guys on the CT can't surf like them on a longboard. They're guaranteed. Yeah.
Well, you always see those guys out and about, like, longboarding, and they're out in, like, 4 to 5 foot and, like, ripping it.
Yeah.
Like, those dudes are awesome. I wish I could do that.
There's guys that are not known, like, even in the shortboarding world, that rip, that shred, but they're just not there, They're just bloody chippies or bloody doctors or concreters. It doesn't, they just surf.
Yeah.
And you see them at local spots when it's on, and they're the guys getting the good waves.
Yep. So, have a little look at the longboard event.
At Taiwan.
And
on the WSL website. And
keep your eye on Sunset. Check out all of the rankings when it finishes, and we'll do a podcast after that.
All right.
Okay, see you guys.